Mammalian, mammalian, millimillion, and all countings, good days, good day, today, mammalian, good day. Video is going to start. This is today, 26th March 2025, and here is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking to you in connection with person's quality, work's quality, and of course, engineering as well as soul. It's not my habit to repeat every day, but because sometimes it is required, and for your information, currently I am speaking from India, Bharat, located at Faridabad, NCR. Every day I deliver something, if not every day, some other day, and it has been going on for many years. I am really inclined to share with you whatever information I know or I have, that may be due to by virtues of my work knowledge or by virtue of whatever information I am able to get or gifted by nature. It's not something you can say unique, but if you consider it's unique, it can be also considered. This drawing, which you can see here, this is about power of soul. Power of soul means your own power. It is nothing unspecific. It is you only I'm talking about. If you can realize this, I'm not talking about extraordinarily something else or anybody else. If you think about yourself, this means I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to everyone present on this planet. Your soul and your mind are complementary to each other, and I am talking of quality, which means person's quality. Soul and you, and topic is Soul Oracles Spectrums Engineering Exponential Work. Of course, I am giving you 2025, but it's not necessary. This is just a year of working. You cannot exclude your soul from your personality. There is no way. Your personality means your soul, and how to use your soul to what level. It is up to you, in your prerogative, in your charter, if you intend to use your soul or you do not want to use it. There is no law applicable anywhere in world. It is your own law, your own requirement. If you want to use it, use it. If you don't want to use it, don't use it, but don't take it otherwise. Your mind works because of your soul, and your soul stays in your mind structure, which helps every part of body to savor or serve. If you don't want to use part, you can say savior. If you want to use a part, you can say okay, serve. Now it's up to you if you want to get service of your mind or you don't want to take 100% service. You just want to take service, say 10%, 5%, because service of mind is very complicated. But in beginning only, once you are accustomed to extract service of your mind, you shall be best happy person for yourself. Now they can bring you happiness to that level as your mind can, use of mind can. I am talking use of mind and not use of mind structure. Mind structure cannot give you any happiness, but if you use that mind by virtue of using power of your soul, you can find, you can say immense happiness in yourself, and which happiness can take you to whatever level. It may be negative level or positive level. It depends upon your what way you use your soul. Here I am trying to share my information that your soul, your everybody's soul has a capacity to pull you, to push you, to drag you, to, you can say, accompany you, whatever verb you can use here, you can reach that power which we say universe every point. Here, universe is not a person. Some people are trying to say universe. Actually, universe is no person. Universe is just existence of nature. In totality, whatever nature is available, which is either known or not known, it doesn't matter, but I'm talking of each and every element of universe. Universe name itself indicates uni means there is no second one. Orders, listen, universe orders to stop funds for crooks. This is my observation today. I try to communicate it to, and it has already reached there. It doesn't mean I am everyone. I am just trying to communicate according to what my mind says. And there are so many messages I am sending using this medium. And this medium is used not only by people of world, every power can read this invisibly, even if computer is off. You can use it only when computer is on, but don't forget, signals are working in air. Don't forget that. All these signals 4G, 5G or whatever G have been working in air, and air is visible to every supreme power members. Every supreme power members. And if I don't stay on earth, I shall also become a part and parcel of that. That's why I try to suggest to you to just include your own self towards this serious understanding that you have to help this world so that universe is helped, because that is your objective. You have come here not to just play games or just to cheat or just to destroy this world or cause harm to people. That is not your scope of work. In that contract you signed with universe, perhaps that signature is not symmetrical to what contract is constituted and executed on earth. That is different kind of contract which is accepted by your soul per instructions given to you by supreme soul. There is no paper involved because this is all recorded, and if you don't comply with that provisions of that contract which you executed in as one party, where supreme is party 1 and you are party 2, this means you are not doing your job. And when you don't do your job on contract, either contract shall be resumed, it shall be reinstated, if depends upon your work. Maybe it is, you can say resigned. It can be resigned or it can be upgraded, or it can be said, okay, you have done work successfully and you get your payment in whatever defined currency there in Supreme. Of course, this currency is different, not like Earth's currency. I am speaking very seriously. I'm not speaking in a way gurus or pundits and all those speak without any logic. I am trying to educate you if you are interested to have this education. There is no book, there is no platform, there is nothing which you can say is available on earth for this purpose. And I am connecting into mental work, which means logic applies, calculation applies, consideration applies, material applies. No payment is required, no source is required, because you have already been allotted this source on behalf of, or Supreme has allotted your brain, which is the integrated part of your body. So there is no device required for this. You have already complete device with complete plant and complete, you can say, electromagnetic system or whatever system. You need not even electric supply from earth. Everything is automatically done, all time it is done. So you have to think about that. This is that I'm talking about groups. I also talked about other items. I talk differently so that whatever crimes are going on this planet, whatever robbery is going on this planet by various people, whatever crimes are going in sense people are killing others, you can say kind of unruly state exists all over this earth. Unruly, they don't think about that and they just play with each other. That is not, you can say, proposition. That was not objective of universe that this earth should be used. And this is not first time. History is full of such crimes. Entire history. What happens when person comes to earth in whatever position? Once you gain position, you think, I am everything. I am everything. I got this position, I am boss. That illusion, that filthy state of thinking creates problem everywhere. You just show that you are God fearing only for formal sake, not for application sake, not for implementation sake. You start thinking that I am everything. And that state means your you can say depreciation, your deterioration, and you can say whatever negative effect starts on your power of soul, which is not your property. Of course, it is given to you, but that cannot be called property belonging to earth. Property belonging to earth is your biological body and not your law, you can say soul body. I am very much inclined to talk about engineering quality, and that is only reason I'm talking about soul, because soul and quality are related, and quality is very much factor that can entirely change what happens in engineering in all branches, or whatever branches or no branches, whatever goes on, because you should realize nature itself is engineered one. It is not, you can say, something indifferent or different. It is completely engineered one, much more powerful engineering that engineering has been done or conducted on this planet. That is very, very minor part of engineering. It may be whatever branch of engineering, it's just taught in 4 or 5 years, and that is nothing. An experience of 20 year, 30 year, 40 year, 50 year doesn't give complete equipment for purpose of perfect doing. But nature works perfectly because it has been constructed perfectly, and nobody knows when this was constructed and delivered and commissioned. No one knows that date, but yet for millenniums, for crores years, for billion years, or whatever years, it has still been working satisfactorily without any failure. This point we have to keep in mind. This is actually supreme engineering and not engineers engineering on earth. I am also an engineer, but I could not understand this supreme engineering design, this supreme everything. Assumptions do not mean anything. Scientists may say anything, but I'm not going to agree with that. Very simple comparison can be made. Very, very simple comparison. I'm just going to speak about a little in this regard because it is required. Very simple comparison in this case is that when we work on earth, we require complete list of project, what this project requires. Every project requires funds first of all, and we call that budgetary provision. Budgetary provisions are must, and that is based on experience. And then we require field engineering, and you know what is field, FEED we call it, which means front end engineering design, which is a technical one. And then we say once field is done, after project has been accepted in terms of budget, a charter type of document can be formed. Charter, we can call it project charter because it carries certain rights on that project which should be known to every stakeholder. And after that, feed is done. Feed is a technical document which defines what is to be done on this project, what formula can be applied, what procedure can be applied during design, because it is called front end engineering design in general international term. Then there is another front, you can say leading front for physical construction. And in between there's a lot, and many stages of work activities. Those go on for purpose of designs as well as for purpose of prosecution or execution or implementations of everything. Various stakeholders appear in and scene and work is done. Design work, tendering work, or we can say contracting work, then you can say inspection work, quality work, safety work, you can say audit work, third party work, fourth party work means you cannot say anything in perfection. But so many parties and stakeholders are involved. Ultimately, those stakeholders which invest in this or which go to use that product, they are involved. It may be whatever kind of residential project or industrial project or facilities project or whatever that works in. So you can say how many activities go on in just doing very, very small work on earth. We have to construct a building, or we have to construct a complex, or we have to construct a city, or we have to construct an entire nation. Everything is a project. Every work is a project. We have to spend time. We have to spend so many billions or millions of human resources, hours. We have to spend a lot of machines or equipment. We have to engage every mind, every technology, and then we can say, okay, we have done this project. We require either various kinds of energies for that project. Is that project may take many, many years or couple of years and it may function properly, it may not function, but that depends upon design and performance of work. You think about what I'm talking. I'm trying to compare what is involved in physical or professional engineering, and if you compare it to what nature did, a vast difference exists. So far, no one has explained in this world. No one has explained in this world how this world was designed. I mean, it is not this world I am talking universal world, how that was designed and implemented. But it is evident that that universe has been working efficiently, properly, smoothly, in a proper defined way where mathematics applies everywhere in life. You cannot simply say, oh, there was a power, there was a light, and that light created this universe. You may say whatever you want to say, doesn't matter, but think first what you want to say. Because thinking is basis of everything. You cannot simply say this is a dictionary word. I'm not talking about dictionary word. I'm talking about entire gross power it says. If entire universe can be built by someone, nobody knows what were drawings, what a field, or what a system of that power. That power physically we do not know, but we know physically universe exists, nature exists, solar system exists, stars exist, wonderful earth exists with components like air, like sea and oceans, like continents, and connection to sun, connection to other system. But we cannot leave earth like birds live in flying. We cannot fly in air without devices or carriers. We have to walk only. That capacity has been given to everybody. You can walk on surface of earth. You can swim in water. But you cannot fly like these small creatures like birds can fly. So we have to think what is basis of that. There is no one in this world till you can say till now who could tell you what is to be done, what was done. हाँ जी डॉक्टर साहब, राम राम जी। चाय पप्पे क्या होते हैं? हाँ अच्छा, वो पप्पे कहते हैं उनको, मम्मी नहीं कहते। हाँ हाँ, आपने एक बार बताया तो था मुझे। हाँ बताया था ना। हाँ, बंटे के पप्पे तो भाग गए ना, उसके पप्पे तो भाग गए, उसके पप्पे तो चले गए ना, पप्पे उसके पप्पे नहीं गए उसके, क्या आपको पता नहीं गए थे पप्पे? उसके पप्पे ही तो थे वो। चलो पप्पी कह लो, कोई बात नहीं। पप्पी कह लो, बोलने में क्या, कुछ भी बोल लो। हाँ 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 हाँ, कुछ भी कह लो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? कुछ भी कह लो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? राधे राधे बन गया, कौन सा राधे बन गया, समझा समझा के थक गया मैं तो। कुछ सोचने लग, कुछ कर साइड में, कुछ कर, जो करता है उसी धुन में रहने से। डॉक्टर साहब, जहां तक फ्रॉड की बात है, मुझे तो पूरी दुनिया ही फ्रॉड नजर आ रही है। मुझे तो पूरी दुनिया 1-8% छोड़ के सब फ्रॉड ही हैं। हाँ? हाँ? मुझे तो मेरी जिंदगी इतनी 70 साल की हो कि मुझे आज तक कोई ऐसा आदमी नहीं दिखा जो भाई जिसको मैं कह सकता हूँ ये सही आदमी है। सारे झूठ बोलते हैं, सारे सब झूठ सारे बोलते हैं आजकल। तो झूठ आदमियों पे कैसे बिलीव करोगे? झूठ आदमी तो कुछ भी कर सकता है, झूठ कहीं भी बोल सकता है वो तो। झूठे आदमी पे आप बिलीव कर सकते हो? आप पहले ये बताओ। हाँ। हम्म। अब दुनिया में कोई नहीं मानता, वो तो कह रहे हैं सारे झूठ बोल रहे हैं, अभी बोल रहे हैं। तो मैं। हम्म। हम्म। तो आप बताओ, जो आदमी बोलता है झूठ है, उस पर आप कैसे, फिर ट्रस्ट कहां रह गया? तो ट्रस्ट का तो मतलब खत्म हो गया ना। मोदी तो एक छोटा सा आदमी है दुनिया में, और बहुत है। मोदी की औकात क्या है? नहीं तो ट्रम्प भी झूठ बोल रहा है, फिलिस्तीन वाला भी, वो इसराइल भी झूठ बोल रहा है, जर्मन भी झूठ बोल रहा है। कौन सच बोल रहा है बताओ? यूके वाला झूठ बोल रहा है। कोई सच बोल रहा है तो बता दो मेरे को। आपको झूठ, किसी को मारना है तो झूठ बोल दो बस। आपने कोई एक्शन लेना है ना, झूठ है, मैं झूठ बोल के अपना काम कर लो। तो एक मोदी की तो कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है आज की तारीख में। अब देख लो, आप भी तो मिलॉर्ड हो ये डॉक्टरी के। हाँ। हाँ। सही, आप ये बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो। मैं आपकी इस बात पे एग्री करता हूं। ये भगवान ने ही लगाई है आग। तो भगवान ने एक्सपोज करना था। भगवान ने, और वो तो अभी वो बहुत कुछ करेगा, मैं लिख लिख के भेज रहा हूं उसको। हाँ, मैं सब कुछ उसको बता रहा हूँ क्या क्या करना है तूने। मेरे, अरे डॉक्टर साहब, अभी तो बड़ा कुछ होगा, आप देखना। अभी तो कितने पॉलिटिशियन को मारेगा, आप देखना, बता रहा हूं मैं। हाँ, खुद ही मारेगा। ऐसे ही बड़े बड़े पॉलिटिशियन जो दुनिया में बर्बादी कर रहे हैं। कोई कोई लाखों अरब, लाखों अरब रुपए, लाखों करोड़ रुपए कमा सकता है क्या जिंदगी में? आप एक बात बताओ। कोई कमा सकता है? तो चोरी का है ना वो सब। कोई भी आदमी चाहे कितना भी बड़ा क्यों ना हो आज की तारीख में, तो ईमानदारी से तो कोई नहीं बना। सब बेईमानी से बन रहे हैं। चाहे वो बिल गेट्स हो, चाहे वो कोई भी हो, सब हेराफेरी करके बने हैं। हाँ। हाँ। वही कह रहा हूं। क्लियर है डॉक्टर साहब, क्लियर है। दूसरों का छीन के अपने पास रख लो, यही एक फार्मूला है। आप दूसरों के पैसे छीन लो, गरीबी अमीरी के नाम पे। मैं नौकरी दे रहा हूं तुमको, उससे काम छीन लो। 2 रुपए दे दो, 10 रुपए के काम के, बात खत्म। छीने हुए ना वो। आपने, जैसे हमारे यहाँ काम होता है भी, 400-500 रुपए दे देते हैं, हेल्पर काम कर देता है। आप इंग्लैंड में गिरा के दिखा दो। इंग्लैंड में 100 लेता है, हमें कारपेंटर 100 पाउंड लेता है। 100 पाउंड कितने हो गए? 10,000 हो गए। यहाँ 700-800 में काम कर देता है। तो इस तरह से छीना जाता है ना। मैं वही कह रहा हूं ना, इसलिए कराते हैं कि यहाँ पब्लिक ज्यादा है। अगर यही नहीं मिलते तो फिर इनको भी देने पड़ते। जो मिडिल क्लास बड़ी उछलती है ना आजकल कि हमने इतना पैसा है हमारे पास। अरे तुम पूरे पैसे दो ना इन वर्कर्स को, पता लग जाएगा तुमको। बड़े बड़े बिरला टाटा फेल हो जाएंगे। अरे तुम जो 3-3 लाख की सैलरी दे रहे हो पैसे वालों को, तुम गरीबों को दो ना सैलरी इतनी, क्यों नहीं देते? उनको, एक गरीब को कार नहीं चाहिए क्या? वो आदमी नहीं है। तुम्हें कार चाहिए, तुम्हारा स्टेटस है, उसका नहीं है। अगर मजदूर काम नहीं करेगा, आपकी बिल्डिंग नहीं बनेगी, आपकी सड़क नहीं बनेगी। जिस मशीन से काम कराते हो वो मशीन नहीं बनेगी। तो ये कोई सोचता है यहां? हाँ। हाँ। अरे बंटी एक थोड़ी है डॉक्टर साहब, कितने बंटी हैं कोर्ट के अंदर, एक थोड़ी है। मैंने बंटी को एक ही बात समझाई, वो समझता नहीं। मैंने कहा तू ये कह ही नहीं कि मैंने तलाक देना है, ये मान ही नहीं इस बात को, क्या मैं तो रहूंगा साथ में। बस जज भी और वकील भी सब ये इनडायरेक्टली फोर्स करते हैं कि तुम एग्री कर लो यार लेने देने पे। वो ना एक्चुअली क्या है, वो भी फ्लिकरिंग माइंड है थोड़ा सा। उसके दो नंबर है ना, दो नंबर पे 5 नंबर भी है उसके पास। वो दो नंबर इधर भेज देता है, 5 नंबर उधर भेज देता है। ये प्रॉब्लम है उसके साथ। आपका तो डेट का ही नहीं पता, आपका मैं क्या बताऊं। नहीं, मैं आपको सही बता रहा हूँ, बंटी के साथ ये प्रॉब्लम है डॉक्टर साहब। वो सोचता है चलो 2-4 लाख में पर हंसता तो मैं कर लूंगा। मैं कहता हूँ तू कह ही नहीं, मैं एक पैसा भी दूंगा, समझता नहीं है बात को। देखो डॉक्टर साहब एक बात बताओ, जज को क्या इंटरेस्ट है, मुझे आप ये बता दो। एक जज जो बैठे, चलो वकील का तो मान लिया, वकील तो कुत्ते होते हो तो पैसे लेते हैं। जज को क्या इंटरेस्ट है? ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, ओके ओके। Sorry, gentlemen, it happens every time. But it's also public interest issue. It is also public interest I was talking because quality of life applies to this also. A competition has been going on in society, particularly in matrimonial cases. Money has been a criteria of status. Every female wants a rich person, even though female is much more qualified. I've seen many cases, many cases in my society that girl is say MA BEd or MCom or even CA, and boy is 12th pass. I have seen many cases. Now you tell me, if a female is BCom or MCom and she accepts a 12th pass spouse, what does it mean? Do you think they can talk together? Do you think there can no difference of opinion or no difference of opinion? Can they question each other? Because boy has property, boy has flat or bungalow or a farming property or whatever. Miss girl thinks, okay, property is there, I shall get this property at end. That is only a kind of indirect consideration of business in matrimonial world. Means there is no meaning to consider standard of both candidates. Only this criteria. Now, if MA or BEd or whatever a lady is, you think she doesn't mind? Whatever mind, how can you equate that one to that boy who does nothing except 12th class and maybe running a shop or maybe doing else? Means you cannot equate them, but society has started equating them. That is the point. Boys don't study and they want higher education people and they get. It is a trend. I have seen many cases and it's not good for health of society. Health is going to be down, but there is no other way. It is masses. What to do? You cannot do anything. And that's why I am very much serious in considering issue of quality that has been working, particularly at individual level. Quality in work is dependent on how every individual personal works. If individual person doesn't think of quality, you can never get a quality. You may have every certificate of quality system, but that becomes useless because you don't have instinct of quality. This is same thing as you can say quality and coordination, which also cannot work like that. I think yes again. It's quality and coordination that is very much high profile requirement in work, but that too does not work successfully. There has been failure as far as I am concerned. Quality has been impacted upon because of lack of coordination, and coordination is root of everything in every activity in life. Even if suppose you are going to have a ceremony of birth date, ceremony of a marriage function, or whatever ceremony, you have to, of course, there's nothing in writing, but you have to coordinate timings with what's going to happen and when you procure some item, that item. That's a part of quality and coordination. But here, both have been missing, and this is not right. We should be serious about this. We should not take it lightly. All over the world is happening, not only in this country, everywhere because of advanced technology, advanced devices. You try to have good coordination when you use your computer. I think you shall not be able to until you concentrate. You have to concentrate, you have to work in parallel with coordination activity to your software and hardware activity. Otherwise, you may not be able to do it successfully. That is drawback of technology. I would not say directly drawback at all because you have to use technology. You don't want to, means you think, oh, I'll take in time, election, no problem. Why should I write? You do not keep records of to whom you talked, what did you talk, because you are not able to do that. Your writing power is nil, your reading power is nil, and memory has been worse because of use of these mobiles and computers, because these impact very adversely your neurons of brain, and that is where it applies. I am talking about quality of person or personal. Without quality of individual, nothing can be done perfectly. You shall miss everything, and because everybody is missing, nobody objects that. Everywhere is a problem, no efficient coordination, no required quality. If there's some defect, they say, okay, we will take care of this. But why should there be defect? Question is that. If you do some defect, then you say, okay, I'll repair it or rectify this. This means that is not original item. That is not it. After correction of defect or setting it right, it becomes used item. So you are given second class item for first class payment. We are not serious about that. Everybody is in same boat, and that is not going to work perfectly. Quality is very important in life, in every walk of life, but we only are inclined to just material quality. That is one of many. We should have quality of human being first. If a student says I got 90% marks and the student doesn't know anything of what is asked for, this means there is only formal marking, there is only formal education, not knowledge education. If a student cannot write properly, if a student cannot calculate properly, even though he didn't, why should one use calculator for everything? Every time I say that. If you are a very good student, you got 95% knowledge, then you should have knowledge of at least subjects. But if you don't have knowledge, you think about everything, this means you are wrong somewhere. You may be whatever. It applies to everybody who does not understand what is quality. Quality is something which has no limit. You have to define quality yourself, and you have to produce that also. I'm not saying quality comes from skies, it comes from yourself only, but you have to decide. You can classify which level you want to get this in this amount, because amount is also impacted upon, time is impacted upon, cost, time, and quality are interrelated. Primarily there are so many other factors, but these three factors are very important, and that is cost, that is time, and you can say quality. Your cost is impacted upon if you don't have good quality, because you have to get good quality again after doing some repair work. This costs additionally. Same way, time is spent on that. So time is also cost. If you spend more time on something, this means you have wasted time. You have wasted time. You have wasted cost. This means cost of that item is augmented, is risen indirectly. Either you have to sell it at a low price, or you have to, mean nobody shall pay you that price. This way you are going to lose your money. It is very, you can simple equation I'm trying to speak, but you have to understand that. So I say, until human resources is properly produced, I don't want to see high profile certificates or high profile institutions. Doesn't matter for me. You may say, oh, this is a graduate from that university, this is that, and this. That doesn't matter, because mind of student should be corrected first, and no one is corrected that. You may be whatever, doctorate, MTech, ME, PhD, whatever you are, but if you are not able to fit in about where you are required, this means you did not learn. That professor who was in university, that himself was not a quality person. Forget eligibility. Performance is more important. Your eligibility doesn't mean anything if you cannot perform. You may be gold medalist. It doesn't mean anything if you cannot give quality. If you are not quality, doesn't mean slow work. That means efficient work. Efficient work means quality is good. If you are say, oh, because I have produced quality, work was slow, you cannot say that. This means you are not a professional. You are not. If same thing you apply to your body, what shall happen? You think, oh, I'm not able to work very fast because I have problem of my respiration. Can you say that? You cannot say that until you are a person of asthma or health. Means you are not the normal, not healthy person. That's what I'm saying. We have to be very serious in this case. This applies to everybody. And what's happening these days means there is no perfection in human resources from top to bottom. Everyone is not perfect. If there's a perfection, it may be considered 1 to 2, 3% only. Otherwise, all are sailing in same ship without any worry. And when all are in same ship, nobody can point each other that you are good quality and I'm better quality, because they are all in same way. Only destination is, only objective is how to make money, more and more money, more and more profit, and that is really troublesome. It's really troubling entire world. And I am telling you, universe is also very upset. Nature is upset with this state of people, and therefore something may happen in future. This number 2 is already running. Number 2 of millennium is running. 19 has gone. 2 has started in, and this is different kind of, because 2 means it cannot act on its own. I'm just trying to tell you soul power of 2. 2 number means it on its own cannot work until some force applies onto this. 1 and 9 were different. If I'm talking, if you follow Gregorian calendar and word is following that. We are not following for work, Hijra or Saka or Vikram or other calendar. We are only following Gregorian calendar, and according to Gregorian calendar, number 2 has been running, and it has been, now you can say it has started in 2000 and now it is 2025. So 26th year is running, and it is starting telling people have started running only behind money. They do not know if they jump into sea or ocean, but money should come in. That only means minds have become blinds. Eyes are only for physical viewing, but minds always view something secret. But minds have stopped. Minds are running towards technology only, like artificial technology or whatsoever. And if you believe in artificialism, this means you are finished. If you are accustomed to, if you are used to excessive use of artificial world, artificial technology, this means your natural technology is impacted upon very badly. Your mind cannot give you what you are. Nobody can identify your mind. Okay, I need this computer, I need that software, I will use this and tell you later on, or whatever comes in from our artificial intelligence, you rely upon that, and that reliance may be right, that reliance may be wrong. You have to consider that factor also. Human resource must be preferred than technical resource. Technical resource is required for speeding up, for acceleration, not for reliability. And reliability means safety first of all. If you see equation of reliability, it should be safety, it should be quality, it should be durability. If all and many more factors, reliability means we depend upon this. If now, how can you rely on technology when it gives only a product that can finish in 2 or 3 years? How can you depend upon that? You cannot depend upon that. You have to throw it after use, and that becomes a part of pollution. Plastic. Plastic crop is, you can, if you walk around everywhere, you shall find on sites plastic crops lying here and there. That is nothing but, you can say, polymers which cannot be further cycled. It is, you can say, byproduct of your fossils fuel, and fossil fuel have been used to produce, you can say, to inculcate, you can say, to infect air with pollution, greenhouse gases. But this plastic shall give you infection in your mind. You are drinking water in plastic bottle, you are using water, you are using milk, you are using everything in plastic package. This means you are human is best consumer, top class consumer of microplastics, which means your brain shall be infected with that. Your body is having contents of microplastic. Everybody is having, and this is very serious matter, because it shall impact efficiency of body, and it is doing. Many diseases have been, received, or you can say everybody has some impact that way, adverse impact on health. Walking has been zero now. No middle class person, no high profile person has got any interest in walking in sun. They just walk in morning, and that is very polluted air in morning. If you see a level of 2.5 in morning, it will be too high, and they walk in that. So this is already against your health. How to handle then life? Cancer is your guest, asthma is your guest, brain memory loss is your guest, weakening capacity of a body is your guest. Means there is no way you are not sweating out, and for building up, you are going to gym, which is another harmful object for life. You are sweating but without sun rays. Sun is very significant for your body. Don't just say it contains vitamin D, it contains much more than that. Your blood is completely circulated again and again. Your mind is refreshed. It is recharged like batteries charged. If you walk in sun for 10 or 15 minutes in the hot sun, you will feel pleasure even though you sweat. But after that, you will find I am happy. I have felt light. Oh, I got some headache. That is also reduced because I was walking in sun. I'm not saying walk 4 hours, but sun is your first aid type of treatment. You can say that. It doesn't cost any first aid expenses. It doesn't cost anything, but it gives you certain change in your body, which doctors know it, but they never say because you shall not bind vitamin D. If you take good water, hot water, and walk in sun, you shall not have many diseases, but otherwise you shall have. You shall have efficiency in walking, efficiency in working, efficiency in thinking, efficiency in contemplation. You may not say, oh, this is hard, my mind is hard. Your mind may be hard in your skull, but not inside. Your soul shall regenerate its power, and there's direct connection between soul and your mind. Your soul, because it comes through sun, it comes through solar system, it comes through skies, it has similar properties. You can use them, otherwise it's up to you. I'm not, you can say, defining any chemistry of that, but you experience it. Experience is very, we think of farmers who used to work in fields 40, 50 years back when there was no tractor, nothing. Plowing was done manually. Water from wells were pulled on by animals, and canals, small canals were excavated, and farmers used to work many hours early morning during daytime and light. And they used to be very strong people. Now go and see, they are not strong now. They are drinking whiskey. There is no milk to drink. They have disposed all buffaloes and cows. Very few people use them. And also, they have become urbanized now. I have seen myself. They have become urbanized. And once you are become urbanized, means they are constructing storage building, RCC, gymnasiums are there, shops are there, walking has gone, reading has gone, everything has gone. So they also become cities now. But lifestyle has changed. Lifestyle change means when you have more comfort zone, your mind shall be not a, you can say, dynamic zone. It shall not be a dynamic zone. It shall be a sleeping zone. And they have your AC use people. There used to be very rare air conditioning in those days, but now you can see every room is well furnished. They have good ACs. They enjoy. Their kids enjoy. Means our potential is reduced indirectly. We cannot face nature and we talk of Vastu. Everybody is interested in Vastu. They don't understand real Vastu of human. They talk of Vastu. Oh, Vastu says this, break this wall and do it again in a different direction like this. So Vastu is more interested to them, not real life. They don't respect nature. They don't walk. Everybody has motorcycle, everybody has car, everybody has bar, everything is there. They are same now. Middle class, they are selling their lands. I have seen many my relatives, the lands quantity they had before, it's not even 20% now. So how to do? Means they are only interested, okay, I give my land to someone or sell it and let us enjoy in life. This is happening. Therefore, this talk I am doing from quality viewpoint and person's quality. Person is very important for country and for world. If person does not understand this, who can teach him? Universe never says, you go and see how many houses are there in universe. You shall not find any bungalow, any house in universe because they are not interested. You are seeing houses only on earth, cities only on earth. You can ask these NASA people, see what's there in universe. Can they tell you? They cannot tell you how many houses are there. There's no house there. Supreme is supreme, nature is nature, and this is very stable. It has been working successfully, but our buildings don't work successfully. Our bridges and flyovers don't work successfully. And our whatever we construct are temporary, though we call them permanent. Oh, this is for 50 years, this is for 100 years. But nature has been for trillions and trillions years, we do not know. That's why I'm saying until, of course, we are here only for 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years maximum or little more. We should not be serious, but doesn't matter. We have to stay somewhere. Even I leave this earth, I have to stay somewhere. You cannot say I'm finished. Forget religion, what says, or for you, think about yourself, what your mental religion says. Consider mind as supreme religion, supreme teacher. These created religions cannot give you anything because they are just produced by those who do not understand nature. They never understood nature. They just told, oh, by some imagination or whatever means, this is a story and that is a story, and you chant this and you chant that. But nobody says that you chant honesty, you chant work, you think chanting, you chant thinking, and think for nature. Nobody, they may say this Shanti and that Shanti and Antrik Shanti and Brahman Shanti and that Shanti. They never want Shanti. They only want robbery, they only want looting, they only want self-interest realization all over the world. So what does Shanti mean? Where is Shanti? Where is peace? There is no peace. Only gambling is there, robbing is there, black work is there, tantras are there, pulling others are there, nothing else. If somebody is rich, that person wants to be 3 times, 4 times, 5 times rich. If somebody is poor, that person just wants, let me have some food and that's it. This is difference. Means hunger for money has destroyed this world. It's going to deterioration. This world shall become a problematic place one day in the universe because everyone is same. No conscience, no conscience, no honesty, no, you can say, respect for humanity. They fight for religions, they fight for fake talks, they fight for fake information. They just want to exist for nothing. They want to exist for nothing. They don't care for material. A rich person, oh, I changed my design of building or shop. I am not happy with it. I do it again. It happens here many times. I have seen one Faridabad station here. It was done 5, 6 years back, renewed one completely. They have demolished it again. I want to do it again. This is happening. So what do you think? It is your father's material. You only paid for this, but you did not produce any stone. You did not produce any sand. It is naturally produced by natural agencies. Your capacity is only to procure that, but you cannot destroy that material for nothing. You cannot abuse that, but nobody is asking that because I am powerful, I am political, I am not your servant. It is my authority here. Whatever I want, we can do. Every country says that. It may be USA, it may be England, it may be Europe, it may be elsewhere. Everywhere, this insanity, you can say, this foolishness, you can say, this delusionary thinking, you can say, has been moving. So this shall not give good results, never. It is now duty of that power which has produced this world, that power has to think about preservation of resources or sources. But I think they too have been living like we are. They are happy because of they are prayed, they are given, offerings, and I think they are also in delusionary world. So they have to change themselves. That's what I'm trying to communicate to them. It is your world. If you don't take responsibility, human is the devil. I can say that. Major humanity has turned a devil. They are interested in destroying everything. For even if people die, they don't care. Even 1 million people die, they don't care.
For poor death, oh, this person is poor, no problem. If this person dies, we shall pay something to this person. Means it's kind of this level of thinking. You are billionaire, so you are more powerful. You are more better person than what poor is. This is your, you can say, rubbish thinking. Rubbish thinking, I can say. God or Supreme never ever differentiates between people. For that God or your Supreme, every creature is same, has same value. But creature is so powerful. Creature start thinking, I produce that nature. I am responsible for that. This imaginary dream thinking is very dangerous. If you come to some powerful seat, you start thinking, I can do everything. But you forget this seat is always temporary. This shall not go with you, and you also shall not go with your body. This seat shall remain here. Humans shall also remain here. You are remain here only until your date. You shall also go. Nobody shall come to you. Nobody shall say, oh, this person was reliable. This person did anything for humanity. Nobody will say that, oh, that person was a rogue. That's all. That's what I'm saying. I therefore ask that power, do something now. Because everybody has a right to talk to that power if you are able to talk. I can talk. And this is talking. Because I am concerned about that. Maybe I produce this world. How can I know? Maybe I was a part and parcel of that team that constituted this world, that constructed this world. Maybe I'm saying you can also be that. How can I see my work being damaged? I can't see that. I know capacity. This is wrong. Or even if I was not there, I have to take care of this because I am here. I have to take it properly maintained, it's properly preserved. What's wrong with that? It is very important point we have to be serious about. Until I am here, I am here. Until you are here, you are here. Till that moment, you are responsible. Once you go, okay, you are gone. You are no more here. It is duty of every person on earth to make sure that this earth is not abused by anyone. Your money potential doesn't mean you have a power to abuse this. Because your money is also not your money. Your money is your money only for use, not for ownership. You are not owner of this world. You are not owner of sea or ocean. You are not owner of any layer of this earth. You are not owner of air or skies. You are not owner of clouds. In fact, you are not even owner of your car in which you have come in. So why do you think that you are owner of this? You are not owner. You are just a very small person. Even if you are king of any country, you may be whatever. You are a very tiny person. That's it. You have to help others if you have got some power. But you are not helping others. You are helping yourself. Because your seat should be preserved, your politics should run smoothly. You cannot leave this seat because you were born with this seat. That fake thinking has come into minds of these rulers. And that's why these rulers have to open their eyes. And that eye shall be opened by that ruler who is supreme ruler. That ruler would not consider you anything if you don't do your job. You have come as king, you have come as whatever, but you have to prove that you are that. Just lecturing is not required. Your sweet speeches are not required. Your money content is not required. What is required is what is your contribution to humanity, what is your contribution to earth. That is required. That is most important. But this has not been happening, unfortunately. That's reason that I wrote like this here. I wrote like this here, and this is for everybody that crooks should not exist. Crooks, and also I in last post I said evil souls means every post I say these are dangers to existence of this earth. And everybody can accept this. I don't think I'm writing very wonderfully something. Everybody feels that because nobody wants earth to, if earth suppose destroys, damaged, everybody shall be impacted upon. When you can see some earth, oh, there was earthquake, it happened, so many buildings collapsed, so many roads subsided. It's said like that. So it can impact everybody.
Oh, there was 160-kilometer tornado in USA, in France, there and here. There was flood. It said that. It is all because of its indication that Earth is going to be damaged, deteriorated, and destroyed one day, and responsibility shall be owned by everyone on this earth. We are so hungry for economy. We are so hungry for extracting all resources from earth that we cannot wait. So hungry we are. Petroleum we have robbed, oil we have robbed, elements we have robbed, minerals we have robbed, but we cannot preserve them. Plastic itself is an example that we have deteriorated earth. We don't have, you can say, we don't have desire to stay simple. We don't have desire to respect nature. We want to show ourselves that I am big. This is big. This is a billionaire. This is a trillionaire. This hunger is against nature. Nature cannot say anything you. Nature takes action only one time, like it did in COVID 19. This was one COVID 19. There may be another COVID, which may be 25, 26, 27, who knows? Then we will start weeping. Oh, nobody is doing anything. This COVID has killed so many billion people. What shall we do? It shall do that. That is very important point, and I will show to another file, and that's why you can say I'll show you first of all. I will show you first of all image. That is what I did in here, and it is here. You can say angels. Here is this. Yes, this is document number 22, and I will go to end just to show you what others considerations I have used in this case. What were those, and here is this. This was recently to one, 950, same as I showed to you. It is same, and this is here details of that. It is here. Yes, it is here. As I said for crooks, so this is just one entire drawing is that, but you should know different details also because in this drawing you cannot see anything. For that purpose, I just take enlarged photos of this. This is that sol here, and this is sol spectrum. Likewise, further details here. This is further detail of spectrum, and also here. This is certain notings done on that. You can see them and what is required, what is intended. Likewise, I have included what is result number and this is its potential number, power number. And likewise, if you see last was here, and that is 157. If you see that what title it is, I have given message I have given to my friend Supreme, because I consider my friend and I have to, when I'm Supreme's friend, I have to be serious that my friend should not be unpleased with me, and it is here universe orders to stop funds for evil minds, and this is 157, result of which is 944, and here are similar types of details. In this case, various details, and then you have to go to other one. This is 157 and now 156. This is 155, so this is 156, in which I talked of funds for evil souls. Stop funding for evil souls. I'm asking that those people who are abusing this world, don't give funds to them, for them, and it is control of universe, because universe, earth belongs to universe and not to humans. Only responsible, only ownership goes to nature. And here is similar details. Same type of details are here. And go to other one. 155 it is now. We go to, this is 1, that's 155, just a minute please. Evil rulers, yes. This is also very powerful understanding thinking. 155. Yes, it is here 155. In which I am objecting evil rulers. Rulers are not honest these days. Rulers means whatever political positions are, top political. Everywhere no sincerity exists. No ruler is honest. No ruler is public worry, public concern. They are only concerned with themselves. Stop funding, stop granting, you can say, stop not to grant funds for evil rulers. That is very important point, and it is also similar type of scaling in enlargement. Then we go to 155 and I go to another one. I'll be back onto tracks because just for information, I'm including this, what I did, and it's 154. I'm saying evil doers, evil doers. And in evil doers, everyone can be included, including myself, yourself, and whoever one could be. Evil doers. Funds for evildoers. Don't allow any fund for evildoers. And this is very much important topic for everybody because there can be no specific class. In every class, in every section, there can be evildoers from bottom to top and top to bottom. So requirement is that universe should take a strong decision in this way so that ordinary person, very normal person on earth is not harmed by these people. It applies on entire society of this world. There are evildoers everywhere, everywhere and everywhere, and this should be stopped. This can be stopped only when no fund is allowed. This means no natural resources can be extracted. If you are honest, this can be expected. If you want to serve societies or humans, can be expected. But you just want to take money for you and run away from your country, this shall not be allowed by Supreme. This is my way of talking. And then evil acts also there, evil acts, as I said before too. And here evil acts, and then evil acts continue here. And before that, corruption. So corruption is very, very important factor. I explained to you last time also regarding one judge here. So this is what I say, and if you see another file here, I think I shown you that one. So now I'll go to different file, and that is, you can say, as I said before, quality is very important one, and that quality we have to be serious about if you be, otherwise nobody can force anybody. And that is, I talked about this quality many times. What I'm stressing discuss is, means if you see our constitution of this country, I just copied only small here, and that is just for reference. That is Article 51A, which is say fundamental duties, parts of which can be considered required criteria for quality personnel. How many know about these fundamental duties? Our leaders in various political parties, you have to question them. Are they aware of this, or they just are aware only for speeches? All other professionals and industrial leaders, they can be asked a question. Are they serious enough for uplift of science and technology, or they are only interested in religious issues, and why they are not working on this? This question can be raised by everyone, irrespective of what thoughts we develop regarding politics. And what our constitution says, protect and improve natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures, develop scientific temper, humanism, and spirit of inquiry and reform, safeguard public property, and abjure violence, strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that nation constantly rises to higher level of endeavor and achievement. What does it tell? It tells what I'm saying. You have to take care of everything. And if you don't take care, then you are not pro earth. You are interested in, to some extent damaging earth. But what I'm talking is real quality and reliable coordination, which is our job, our moral job, our physical job, our objective in life. And if you do not understand this, then what can I say? We miss everything. You have to stop your sleeping because we have been sleeping mentally, we have been sleeping in our conscious. Of course, we don't sleep in eyes, but we sleep in eye also, but that sleeping is different. That is a biological requirement. What I am saying is we are sleeping when your eyes are open. You are sleeping when your minds are open. You are sleeping when you want to work, you have to work. If a person doesn't work efficiently or doesn't give time, it is easily said in this term, person is sleeping, and sleeping means work is sleeping. You are not serious about that. You do not do it efficiently. You do it when you desire just to pass time. Reliable quality and reliable coordination, which are required to be my and everyone's friend, because I and others cannot satisfactorily work in profession without these both domains, or these are not considered absolute domain, but supportive and inclusive ones. That's the only problem. I have not seen any recognized subject in any degree or post graduation which can be called coordination or quality. Coordination, quality. Now we have real quality issue and real coordination issue, which issues have not been given any value. And if you don't give any value to these issues, nobody can understand what these are. These all are friendly domains together for all others. Demanded quality, you cannot leave me. You can say that. Demanded quality, you cannot leave me. You have to come because you are my destiny and nation's destiny as well. It's very important prescription here. You are my destiny. How many of you can consider that quality is your destiny? That is the point. Quality and coordination both are linked together primarily, but people cannot explain this. Demanded quality, you cannot leave me because you are my destiny and nation's destiny as well. Others may not do, but engineers are different. If engineers can say, I cannot do, in that case, that engineers cannot be called engineer. Engineer shall have to handle you both remains successfully without causing any problem. We require to establish both domains permanently in engineering profession and also other walks of life. It has not been established by whatever reason could be, but because digital world has become dominant, people may be leaving it. Health profession comes up first. Health profession comes first for purpose of survival, followed by engineering profession for sake of works of development. You have activity, quality performing in applications, and quality in SHE sufficiently, and SHE stands for safety, health and environment. Real quality engineering and real coordination engineering. Approach and following points a requirement. Contract, not contract studies, encouragement for all professionals. Understanding thoroughly scope of contract, a must. Work designs based on basic designs, a must. Manufacturing procedures must. Construction procedures for every significant activity must. Continuously to do some assessment. Continuously to do assessment for works, considerations for quality goals in all works. These are very, very important points. You cannot just jump without anything. Have to fix real quality, come what may. This is another consideration. Have to fix. Have means you are instructed to do this, and who will instruct you? You have to instruct yourself. You have to be your own supervisor, your own teacher. Nothing wrong with that. If you think I am responsible for this, it's your own leader, your own control you have. Because you cannot expect these physical workers for sake of quantity. Quality system may fail, but works quality must perform, be delivered. Whereas it doesn't happen currently in entire scenario in general. What are preliminary considerations? Uh, where are you, my quality? My question is that. Where are you? You are running away. Why? Where does real demanded specified quality exist? This is also another question. Existing, if you say in primary consideration, where are you quality? Can you ask this question yourself? If you cannot ask this question, who shall ask this question? You are a professional, you are a worker, you are responsible for this. Even if you are an engineer, you are whatever, it is your responsibility. And whoever is head of quality is that responsibility. Here I am talking of entire quality. I am not talking of just work quality. Where does real demanded specified quality exist? That is another one. Where is that? You can say, I did that, I demanded one, I complied with what demand was on project, and I have done that. Is it real? Question is, it should be real. If it is done, it's fine. Except suppose while coming down from upper room, if you skip, where are you quality? Where does real demanded specified quality exist? Nowhere generally is answer. Unsuccessful to find anywhere, unfortunately. Where are your coordination? Where does required coordination exist? Unknown is its conduct. Did you ever find or can you find for derivations? This is what you can say major points are, which you must be aware of. You have to ask for quality and you can say where are you quality, but you should know quality first. What is required? Where does real demanded specified quality exist? You have to know location of that work. Where, tell me, how did you add quality? Can you tell me that? What is prescribed one? What is tested one? What's the difference? Nowhere it is generally answer. There is nowhere because it doesn't exist. In virtual world I'm talking about. It doesn't exist. Unsuccessful to find anywhere, unfortunately. Where are your coordination? Where does required coordination exist? Unknown is its conduct. Did you ever find or can you find for deliberations? For deliberations. For deliberations, I say if you deliberate, but you won't deliberate because you are yourself involved in that. Adjusting deadlines, another point. Red lines, what does it mean? Certain deadlines that must be turned green, then that such requirement from red to green be a must. Can we know and apply product work quality standards? complied with overseas, for example in Gulf countries, or else on buildings and on plants, facilities, or whatever else. Can we work on required coordination, bearing activities? Can we work on required coordination, bearing activities? I'm calling those activities on which coordination is dependent, and that item is dependent on successful coordination. And if that is mixed, then something has been mixed. Can we work on required coordination bearing activities to achieve defined or expected quality profile on works? Why we should not revisit quality required specifications and update per professional world working standards requirements? Why should not apply work relational coordination requirement? Is it not a must reliable solution to meet quality performance requirements? Really, we have certainly worsening state of quality of works, and how to improve such mandated works quality to certain minimum required marks. Really, we have certainly worsening state of quality of work, and how to improve such mandated works quality to certain minimum required marks, at least to match with minimum international worldly requirements. Again, I say, really, we have certainly worsening state of quality of works, and how to improve such mandated works quality to certain minimum required marks, at least to match with minimum international worldly requirements. Should not force, should we not force ourselves to work on coordination in each activity, worsening state of quality of concrete, and how to improve such mandated quality to certain minimum required marks? Concrete component in construction amounts to major percentage of cost, and therefore it becomes incumbent on us to care about quality of such proposed component. It's of course out of common and professional understanding about why do we have no seriousness in this regard. Worsening state of communication and coordination during working for engineering designs and executions or construction activities. Determine and dedicated role of engineers. Determine and dedicated role of engineers. Others towards specialization. These requirements, or else quality remains a myth. Can we do it, or we are incompetent, inconsistent societies? Can we do it, or we are incompetent, inconsistent societies in communities in engineering? Are we engineering force or incapable lot? What we are? Think yourself. Can you produce for engineer? Shall we transform? Are we engineering force or incapable lot? When shall we awaken ourselves? Shall we transform existing engineering strength into standard quality working force? Who shall decide about all such questions which are being faced in current scenario everywhere? Who should do it? Who should deliberate? Of course, those who produce this, they are responsible. I'm talking of professional quality. I'm not talking of general quality, because human is a very important person. If human does not have quality, we can't expect good work. We can't expect good work. If we want expect good work, then we have to be serious about that. And seriousness means something. And if you are not serious, no one can do anything in this case. And that is very, you can say, serious matter. Engineers means what here? Everybody who is involved in production can be called engineer every way. Otherwise, there is no way. And if engineers don't worry about this, I can say it's very bad because nowadays there are two classes of engineers everywhere. One are engineers who deal in physical work, and others are engineers who do not deal in physical work but only science work. There are two classes of engineers nowadays all over the world. One is information technology engineer and others are only engineers, means not information engineers but basic engineers, you can say. Maybe you people don't understand this point. Electrical, mechanical, civil, aeronautical, where mechanism is required, where machine is run, those engineers are different than only those who are IT. IT engineers are completely different if you compare to other branches of engineering. So we have to be serious about this because just saying we are this and we are that cannot be called right way. We'll come back to this because I don't want to bore you all these boring topics. You shall not enjoy it. But here in Hindi I am saying भारत इंडिया में गुणवत्ता किधर है, गुणवत्ता कहाँ बैठती है। अभियंता वर्ग में कोई भी गंभीरता देखने को नहीं मिली कि गुणवत्ता को कैसे प्राप्त किया जाए, परंतु कारण मुझको पता नहीं। बाजार में कोई भी पदार्थ गुणवत्ता द्वारा बनाया गया नहीं दिखाई देता। गुणवत्ता प्रमाण पत्र असलियत पर निर्मित नहीं है, बस एक सामान्य सी प्रक्रिया बनकर रह गया है। संस्थान सरकारी हो अथवा निजी, गुणवत्ता सब जगह है ही नहीं, तो कोई पसंद करने वाला भी नहीं होता है। किसी को भी कोई चिंता नाम की चीज नहीं है, परंतु उत्तरदायित्व किसका होता है, अभियंता के परंतु किसी को कोई भी चिंता नाम की चीज नहीं है, परंतु उत्तरदायी किसका होता है, अभियंता के पास। अभियंता के परंतु क्या अभियंता जानता है कि गुणवत्ता किसे कहते हैं। देश क्या गुणवत्ता बिना उन्नति कर पाएगा, परंतु सभी सौपन में ही है। $5 ट्रिलियन का अर्थ पाना चाहते हैं जो नाम मात्र की कल्पना है। यदि गुणवत्ता नहीं है तो केवल सिविल अभियंत्री ही सदियों तक चलने वाले ढांचे बनाती है, बाकी सभी का सामान कुछ वर्षों के वास्ते होता है। यह अंतर है सिविल तथा दूसरी अभियांत्रिकी में। कौन किसको समझाए पता नहीं, बस मस्तिष्क में गुस्सा आता है, ये सब क्या हो रहा है। We talk about macroeconomy. There exists no meaning at all if national products do not meet international quality criteria requirement, yet quality still remains in dreams. It's only civil engineers world that produces structures while all only others remain second entrant. Second entrant. When we talk of macroeconomy, there exists no meaning at all if national products do not meet international quality criteria requirement. Yet quality still remains in dreams. It's only civil engineers world that produces structures, while all others remain second entrant everywhere. Who can explain or teach such civil engineers? For they have become inefficient in quality production. Very few percent people or such engineers know and apply quality requirement for reliable work. In reality, such bad conduct by engineers being brings anguish or use in various parts of constitutions area. We'll back to those considerations. Means we cannot say everything completely one time. We have to see that, and that's important point we have to see. And Now I am back here on our pad, but we'll go to where it has not come yet. So we'll go to that. Let's change in this. Only then it will come. This is your file, AutoCAD. What I'm interested in about talking it very seriously, if you see what, I'm going to a file which is another one now. Let's start project management. Yeah, it's here. This always I show in this Excel format what we want to discuss. Of course, it is very very boring talk always. But boring or no boring, requirement is met, should be met. You can know what is coordination, you can know information, you can know resources, you can know communication, you can know type of communication, multiple media, and you can say all other sectors. Information is linked to, you can say all other factors, coordinated details, execution be done, professional. Why I should talk all this time? Why only I am concerned in this case? Why everybody is not concerned? If there is no quality in you, then you are not suitable person. So simple. Why should we say about that? If I have some weakness, I have to remove that weakness. I have to make myself suitable. What we should do? We have to think again. First of all, we have to use very smaller amount of hours on only devices. Quality is your life. And if you don't want your life, be qualityless. If you don't want recognition, be qualityless. Simple. You have to think. You have to coordinate. You must have information. You must have resources available. You must chart them out. You must communicate. And significance of communication. How many types of communications are there? How many types of media are there? Information next is what is existence, because expertise in that. Self and others. And that self is very significant here. Do not shy away from speaking about soul, Atma. You cannot run away from nature's facts. You have to teach your own. Use yourself to teach self. Coordinated work details. Get immense mind wealth. Using your soul. Have it the Supreme's mandate. Execution be done per requirement, per quality requirement. Decide quality scope. Do it. You are now truth-based worker and therefore Supreme's representative. You think it is easy? Supreme's representative? I'm talking about? Yes, I'm talking about Supreme's representative because everybody can develop capacity. No one is foreigner here in universe. It's upon your choice. If you want to sleep or if you want to learn more and do more. That is important point. Nobody can go against that. If you say faith is important, okay, it's up to you. But remember, faith is not real. Faith is not real. Fact or truth. Nature is for you. Quality means nature connected with you. Body soul always remains important. Soul is significant. It gives imparts intellectualism, and we have to work for quality requirement. It's very important point we are making in here. It's not so easy. It's difficult, but every difficulty brings happiness in life. That point we should not forget. We should respect that point. And if you're not able to respect them, what for you're talking here? There is no meaning at all what we're talking here. Now we'll go bring and say quality issue is really wonderfully made, should be clearly understood, and if you don't understand, then we can't do anything. You should have patience for quality, rigidity for quality. If you do not do that, never ever you can produce. First of all, apply onto yourself. You have to apply this onto yourself. What sort of person you are? Are you quality oriented, or you are just quantity oriented, or you are not oriented anywhere? That can be a question. How to do that? Approach, you have to decide. Are you going to be suppressed by those who invest money, or you are going to stand like a professional? This shall be your calculation, and if it doesn't work, you may be out one day from your job because competition exists and quality must come together. I am very much serious about this issue because I'm not finding it anywhere, not finding it, unfortunately. Reason can be whatever, but we are not finding, particularly in human relations, in society, in our country, every country. Talks are much more multiplied than actions. First of all, let us consider what do we eat? Do we eat quality food, or we are just fashioned to get home delivery and enjoy? It's also a very important matter. We cannot only think of matching, we think of reality. Reality. My dear friends, don't take it otherwise. You cannot go without good food. You may spend whatever sum on fast food, but remember, fast food means fast breakaway of mind, fast health deterioration. If you think of only I want to live on that status, you are not going to live on that status. You are going to loosen your status because fast food can never be good for health. That is not, you can say, good for your health. It is bad for your health, and that's what you think. Yes.
If you do not take cooked food yourself, then you are going to harm your body, harm your health. If you're not walking, you're not using nature, you are causing harm to your body. If you are going to use excessive mobile, excessive computer, you are going to harm your health. And harming health means nonsense, I can say. There was a time when quality people were there. Still people are there, but they do not know quality. They think compilation of papers is okay. I will write every paper and get signed. That happens. Soul is very important entity, remember. Soul is very important entity in this world. And if you don't understand that, you cannot do anything. Thinking is your power if you can. And if you cannot think, no one else can think for you. Your sweeper will think, you will get yourself in that work. Can you do that? Some people don't accept this. Some people accept this. But question is again same, what is drag or drag? What's drag in your life that stops you from walking further, further, further? Don't be slave of information provided. Don't just keep yourself distant from whatever is to be done. It's very important one. Whatever is to be done. It is important one, and we have to be serious about that issue. What is to be done? It should be done according to decisions made under quality program. What program you planned, and then you get program as well as food that helps you. Soul is your friend, don't take it otherwise. It shall help you in every case if you are keen to be helped. If you are not getting understanding, it shall teach you very well if you respect that. I am giving much more information on this system. If you are interested, you can have it. If you are not interested, there is no power on earth that can force you. Your power is within you, and your teaching power is also within you. It is only those who cannot decide. No one can help them. Very frank. Power, don't be don't be hungry for power, be hungry for good work. If work is good, you shall certainly get power. Don't think that you shall be everything in this world. That is not going to happen. So we have to be too serious in this regard if you want to talk about soul. Soul is your ownership. Don't think otherwise. It is your right to use that if you have capacity to use that. It's your children's right. I am happy with those who can sacrifice comforts. I am not happy with those who want to enjoy comforts. Your soul has certain class of existence. We have to know that. We have to know that. My soul is not very powerful, and it may be powerful. It depends upon me. How I think, how I consider. I cannot say everything that I am perfect. No. There are many, many people more than me who are best, better everywhere. I am not. I am just speaking for nothing. I'm just trying to say whatever comes to my mind. But when I do something, I am surprised itself, something new happens. That's I say, your power of soul is different than what you are. Power of soul comes with dignity and it comes to damage others. So therefore I suggest be with your soul, use it, and more dimensions you achieve in it, you can achieve lot magnitudes in your soul, and that is beauty of soul. I will not go further in this case today because I am also feeling not very healthy today, but I am healthy of course mentally, but I want to see more work done on this case and taxes. And it is very important for everybody. We should accept this. And we will do it one day, that is true, and we have to do that.